Welcome back to another episode in my Let's Play series. Belmathuin here. What is this? Episode 14. Last episode, we got a big mob farm going. Unfortunately, some of the audio didn't quite work out for us. Or some of the video didn't quite work out for us. So, I'm going to probably include a clip from my creative world where I just kind of give you a spectator's view of what the inner workings of that mob farm should look like. It'd probably get you a better view than me going in there in survival and try to derp around. Okay, since the recording yesterday kind of got corrupted and I wasn't able to show the actual building of the big mob trap, I thought I'd hop on into my creative world. And let me get out of that. There we go. Thought I'd hop into the creative world where I have a bunch of different stuff mocked up and show you the mob farm that way. Here's our 21 repeater on full tick rotation, leading out of the comparator and subtract mode. And well, I can't show you that one, but the first the first block above that observer is an empty dispenser, followed by an observer with the redstone end pointing down into a dispenser with a water bucket with a observer with the redstone pointing down, and it just continues like that through the whole bottom, however many layers you want to have it. And then down here is our water all the way around the edges, and our 5x5 in the center with the signs holding up the water blades. It's probably a much better view this way than it was yesterday with, you know, me trying to go down in survival and hop around. So hopefully this makes a little bit more sense now if it was confusing at all yesterday. I'm really disappointed that video didn't come out because I got my butt handed to me a couple of times during the recording that didn't make it to the light of day. I think I still might hold on to that audio because we could probably have some fun with that later on. I've seen remixes made out of less. But anyway, this is my creative world. It's not super full yet. Just some ideas I've popped in and done. This probably looks super familiar. It's a by memory mock-up of our skeleton and spider spawner, so I can kind of work out a game plan for what kind of blocks we were going to use and what kind of storage. Obviously, that is way too much storage. Way more than we needed. Here's our little cow farm that we had to do some adjustments to last time, where I had to take that fence post and replace it with a regular block, and that half slab and replace it with a full block. And that seemed to fix it in my survival world. I didn't come over here and change it yet, though. So I guess I'll see you back on the real world. But in this episode, I'm thinking, well, first I gotta remember where where the heck I put it. Let's see. Oh, that's right. It's over towards the lava waterfall. I put a little stone brick around the outside. I guess while we're heading over there, I hope everybody's having a great day. It's not Monday anymore, so that's always a plus. And as you can see, the mob farm works just fine. Holy cow. So what I'm thinking for right now is maybe let's go right there, just a couple blocks above, and block it off, because we want to get some sort of some sort of storage system going here. Some hoppers, maybe a water column, and there's a large part of me that kind of wants to shoot this up a water elevator and have all the mob drop storage in what's going to be our lighthouse. I think that'll look awesome. I think we'll be able to make that work. In fact, we should probably head over and see if we can't turn off the mob farm, which we do simply by stopping the machine while there is water in on all the platforms, because the mobs won't spawn on they won't spawn on blocks that have water over them. Let's see. Peel back the side a little, and we want it to stay like that. So let's see, is that, nope. Alright, let's try that again. That should fill it up. Oh, crap. Oh, you know what?
I have a question. I know it sounds stupid, but would I be able to ask you to ask that question? I mean, I get maybe some work done. I don't know. It's like you could check my like SoundCloud or just maybe my vitamin D, anything. That's like useful. Yeah. Yeah, because I really don't know where I'm at, especially at my age, to certain levels. Okay, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's something that kind of came to mind, some drug work. Alright, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.
It's okay.
I hope you didn't record all that.
Oh, I did. I'm still recording right now. I'm just gonna cut it out.
It was my doctor's.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, and we're back. Had a little detour right there. Got a phone call that we had to take, and while I was doing that, grabbed a lever. I forgot all about this, and we just saw it in the creative world, or we're going to see it in the creative world. I'm not sure where I'm sticking that clip in. Oh, there's that graphic glitch again. Let's see, F3A, and it's gone. So, the dispenser that these repeaters run over is right next to that block. You stick a lever there, make sure the machine is off, stick a lever there, and flick it, and you can make it so that there's water on all the platforms. And now the mob farm is officially shut down. So if you're finding that it causes lag in your world from the water updates or from the mob counts, you know, you can leave it running while you're not doing anything important, and come over here and flick the lever after you've gotten what you wanted out of it, and it'll shut off. So it doesn't have to be a permanent lag source. It can just sit there for the rest of the season until you need more gunpowder or bone meal. So that's always good to know. So we're gonna head back down here, and this time we're not gonna have nearly as much to worry about. Let's see, and it's not too far. It's really not very far at all from our ladder there, so that's always nice. I suppose we'll take care of oh, I kind of wanted to keep that guy. All right. Oh, no, no, no. Line of sight. There we go. So apparently putting those blocks up there made the whole mob farm not deadly to them. Very deadly to us, apparently. No. There you go. Fight amongst yourselves. Where'd you go? Get back here. Alright. So that's much easier than just letting them build up here. I'm glad we went and checked that, because that could have been bad. What is up there? I'm kind of afraid that that's a creeper, but I'm also afraid that if there's a spot that they can stick in, that they're going to stick there and take up part of the mob cap. Ah. Let's try it a different way. Yep, pro Minecrafter here. I guess we'll hide behind the pillar. Now, a little bit earlier today, I tested out to see whether my computer could handle the recording software and Arc, and it did just fine. So I think that coming up here soon in the future, there's going to be an Arc series on my channel. I would definitely like to do it because I enjoyed Arc. I played it for, I don't know, a good solid 4 months on the Xbox, but I kind of gave it up only because my friends all played it on Xbox, and I kind of gave it up because I wanted to be able to play around with the mods and have better access to controls like you do on the computer. But none of my friends have it on a computer, so at least for the first little while, it's going to be a single player, and I'm probably going to get my butt handed to me a bunch of times because the controls will be foreign to me. The game will be familiar to me, but the controls and possibly any mods that I might install on it will be a little foreign to me. So that's something to look forward to. And you know what? I'm pretty sure there's lava. somewhere around here. Or just a pit, that'll work. Pro tip here, if you hold control and the drop item button, whatever you have it set to, I have mine set to G, it'll throw a whole stack. Good quick way of emptying crap out of your inventory. Actually, we'll keep the stone because we're gonna get more. Okay, so for now, we're just gonna do this real simply. I'm thinking, well, this is our path, so maybe we take and get some hoppers out. This is going to chew up most of my hoppers. And there's going to be a lot of items coming through there. So maybe what we'd want to do is do 2 dispensing systems. And we'll have them both facing into a water column. Yeah, we'll do it that way. We'll kind of split this whole room in half. So those will be the 2 outputs, and everything else is going to kind of feed into them. Alright, so we'll do that. And we'll do the first couple going in there. Let's go into the side there. Feed these to the back. And we'll feed these 2 into that section. So this room will be pretty much split in half. Ooh, we definitely still want that. We don't have our iron farm up and running yet. Now let's shed a little light on this. Oh yeah! How many do we get? Well, that was a nice accidental find. 9 diamonds. I'll take that every day. Okay, so you can clearly see which ones are our outputs. What we really need to do is figure out where they're going to come up. So let's see. So the north, they're facing north of the mob farm. The best solution would be to go up top to the north side of the mob farm and get the coordinates that are buildable. Let's try that again. And it's nighttime. I tell you what, recording this, the days go quick, super quick. Alright, so the north side is actually going to be this side right here. And that block is a no. That block, also a no. But you know what? That can be a yes. So what we're gonna do, I think, is we're going to fill in this section right here like that, because that shouldn't affect our mob farm at all. It shouldn't prevent anything from falling in. So if we chop this out, the idea I think is going to be that this column that we're digging out right now is where the water elevator is going to be. Because yeah, mobs will still be able to fall down there pretty easily. That's not gonna prevent anything that we don't want prevented. This will give us a good way to get the items back upstairs. Oh, but we will stop for a second and take that. We need all the iron we can get at this point. Now, will that hurt anything? It doesn't appear that it will. Okay, good. That doesn't hurt the water flow. Yeah, let the sun shine. We should be able to take this right down, at this point, right down to where we dug out. And once we get it up top, we can feed it into a water stream. Maybe, you know, we're not out far enough. We do know that we're on Y12, or Y11. So, there we are. Okay, so let's get these numbers off the screen. Fill a little bit of this back in. And that's going to be where our soul sand goes. We got a redstone box right here. And we'll want to use droppers for this. So we're going to have some repeaters, a little bit of dust, comparators. We're also going to want an ender chest because, well, our inventory's getting pretty sloppy. I think that'll do it. We don't want that. Oh, hello, iron. We'll take that. 17 more. Yeah, that's almost 2 blocks. Alright, so we want to feed these into... you know what? Let's say the center. And this... No. Not like... There we go. And there. Is that how we want to do it? Now, I guess the question is... give me some levers back. Question is it going to spit them out over top of each other? So if I were to put water right there, and blocks right there, now what if we covered that? Yeah, I think that'll work. So that would leave... Sorry, I'm just kind of figuring this out as we go. Alright, so we'll want... Ideally, we want to have access to a couple of sides. So you know what? What if we go down one more? And we take our droppers. Yeah, Yeah, this is the way we're going to do it. So we're going to put a block there and a block there. Take our droppers and make them face down. And we'll put water sources there and one there, and that'll push them straight down. Yeah, that should be perfect. So that'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll drop it down one more so that the water will just waterfall down. It'll be one source. Now let's get up out of here. Where do I have my ice? Grab 2 of those. We want that to be dust. So the reason I'm doing this, setting them back like that, is so that they do not create a water source. Because if I put one there and one there, then it would just create a water source there, and that's not flowing. That's not what we want. So now these should feed easily down, straight down into the water. The water will, no matter where they land down here, push all the way to there. That should be damn near perfect, really. Alright, so that leaves us all of these wonderful sides to work with our redstone on. So we're going to need a comparator signal. Let's see, we'll have it coming out. And maybe if my spacebar worked. Alright, there is an item in there. Okay. Sticky piston. And observers. Okay, so we want, no, not like that. You know what? Get rid of those, bring that in. There. We want the redstone end of the observer facing in. And you know what? Let's give ourselves a little bit more space. That's what I get for doing this on the fly. And we're going to want a sticky piston right there. And let's see, right there. With the observer facing there and there. See how that makes a nice little clock? Now turn that off. I need to stop failing at parkour. I know this quiet keyboard, the keys are not as responsive as I'm used to. I'm used to being able to just tap on a key and have it work. Apparently, the quiet function also means you have to mash the buttons. So grab our redstone, stick a piece right there, and there. And of course, as always, don't forget to light up your redstone. Saves on lag, really does help. And if I stick anything in there, you can see them popping out. And this one, we'll stick all those in. So now once those are empty, it'll pull the observer away, and we're back to square one. Let's get rid of that. Alright, and we can block that off. Stick a torch there. Get off my head. There. Alright, so now anything that falls in this 25 hoppers, it's gonna be half will be fed into that dispenser, half will be fed into that dispenser, and the water elevator really doesn't have a limit. The dispensers can only spit things out, you know, so many blocks per second, and part of that depends on the type of clock we use. I'm using a very easy clock, which may not be the fastest clock, but I mean, look at it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks for something that'll work every time. So those are empty. Do we have that? We'll need one. We'll need one ice block. And let's grab the kelp. Yes, the kelp. We're done with the redstone, so let's stick that stuff back in here. Buy ourselves a little bit of space. That goes there. I know it probably doesn't matter much, but I like to keep my inventory sorted. It just makes things go by so much smoother and less likely to look at my inventory and just completely miss the block I'm looking for because it's buried amongst 27 other items. Alright. So to do the water column, we are going to have to fill all of that in. I do not know if it's going to be necessary or not, but we do have our toolbox out, so we may as well go ahead and on this last block stick ice. Come on, let me up. There. And a sign. Mostly because if we don't put a sign there, then the water source we put above the soul sand is going to try to flow back in here, and it'll create a little, more or less, whirlpool on this block, or on this block, and our items won't go where they're supposed to. Now, by the time they get through here, they'll have enough speed, hit the ice, and go right on into the elevator without a problem. At least that's my my hope. Alright, so let's grab these just in case we end up needing them. And we're going to head up to the top, place down one water source, oh, I love these elevators. And, you know, just in case 64 is not enough, it should definitely be, but rather prepare than not prepare. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that lighthouse. I think it's going to be a great addition to our beginning base. So let's go right there. Give it a little. Why does it? No. I just don't understand why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And you know what? We don't need. We have water sources and water bucket. We'll just go the classic way. Take a little dive. And start planting. And hope that we don't drown. And wouldn't it be nice if in real life there was, you know, some kind of pretty simple helmet that you could throw on your head and be able to breathe that long? I mean, I know there's like scuba gear and stuff like that, but you know, there's a learning curve to that. I just want something that you can slap on your head and get 3 minutes of breathing underwater with no difficulty. Alright, let's slap that down there, and off we go. Perfect. Well, hi there. Alright, so let's build this up a little bit more. Go there, there. And where's our bucket? There we go. Actually, we will grab another bucket and we'll be sure to cap this off before the redstone. But this is just going to be to get us a start. So now technically, if we hop down there, you know, we got feather falling. Let's just take the express route. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that there. And maybe, there we go. And there's water to catch us, and feather falling right there. So what do we have? You know what? We're gonna stick where's our loot box? So let's get rid of everything that we don't need on us. And what we're gonna do is stick 32 in each of these hoppers that are leading into the droppers. And when we head up there, there should be 64. We don't have any in our inventory. So there, when we get up there, there should be 64 stone bricks waiting for us. It's always a good way to test it. Give it a fixed number of something that you don't have in anything anymore of in your inventory. And by the way, sorry if there's some background noise with the air conditioner, but it was kind of a hot one today, and I'm done sweating for a little while. 64 plus oh yeah, plus the 2 stone bricks from over here. Apparently they fell into the water stream, got washed into the hoppers, and came on up with them. Alright, so that works perfectly. So now if we turn on the mob farm, should be. Let's see. Alright, so that got rid of the water. And now that's going to turn on, wash them out, and it's going to cycle back and forth. Oh, excuse me. So if we go far enough away, mob should start spawning, and we should start seeing all of their items up here. Alright, perfect. So let's cap this off. This is just going to be a small outcropping. We'll have to figure out, you know what? We're going to do that. Let me up there. Just so it kind of keeps with the rest of the theme, where it's kind of jagged. Yeah, we're getting all the items. We're not getting a huge amount of spawns because we're standing well within 24 blocks of a lot of those spawn pads right now. I think we're gonna end up needing a bunch more hoppers to finish this off. So let's see. You know, maybe. You know, I'm gonna try something, and we'll be right back. So I know I said I'd be right back. I just wanted to try something out. But we did a thing. Look at that. I think that's going to make a great lighthouse base. You might have to let me know in the comments how tall I should go up from that section right there before I make the light platform. But I think this is coming together really well. And, you know, over the course of derping around for a couple hours, I also managed to put in the auto sorting system, the same one that we used for our skeleton and spider spawner. You can see all the torches turning on and off. We got string, rotten flesh, bones, arrows, and gunpowder. And each of them get 4 full chests. And anything else... Anything else just kind of goes over there and despawns for now. We'll do something with those later. Maybe have them drop into some chests over along that wall. But for now, I think that's good. And also, we made a pipe out of all these trapdoors. I might change the kind of wood I used. But all in all, I think it looks great. Especially once the rest of the lighthouse is built up. I think that tower reaching into half of it, I think that'll be nice. Oop. You should go into the mob farm. So I did, and I added a glass block here just so we could see what phase that's on, and when we do the shutoff, so we'll be able to see that it actually has all the platforms full of water just like this. And it's turning night, and I spent way longer than I expected to kind of derping around. I built a design, then I tore it down, then I built another one, tore it down, and I wound up with this, and I think I really like it. Let's see if we can get up on a little bit higher ground. Now we've got some contours, non-spawnable places, and the walls will just continue straight up from there. Now, I'm thinking maybe another 20 blocks. But let me know in the comments below how many more blocks we should go up before it starts to look too long. Because I'm pretty sure if we cap it off right now, it's just going to look kind of short and squatty. But until then, if you liked what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to keep track of all the any new videos I put out. I'm definitely planning on a couple of other series to intermingle along with this one. Now that I've kind of got my feet underneath me, like 7 Days to Die and Ark, so those will probably become a series alongside of this one in the future. So I guess until then, everybody have a good night.